Hello friends, how are you? Welcome to my channel Hashtag Mantra. My name is Ashish and friends today I am going to discuss with you a very useful topic of C Sharp language, that is the namespaces. And in this session I am going to cover that what is namespaces, what is the example of namespaces, and what are the uses of namespaces. So what is namespace? Namespace is a logical collection of classes and their related functions. Or we can say that namespaces are used to organize the classes. Inside a namespace, we can create multiple classes. A single C# class file can contain multiple namespaces. If we are going to create a C# class file and if we want to use multiple namespaces, so we can create multiple namespaces in that file. We can also create multiple classes with same name but with different namespaces. Inside a namespace, we can also declare another namespace. These are called nested namespaces. And after that, we can also create class, interface, struct, enum, delegate, etc. We can alias a namespace with using keyword like using project equal to pc.mycompany.project. By using aliasing, we can improve our code readability. A namespace is referenced in a C# program by the using statement. If we want to add the reference of the namespace in another namespace, in another class file, then we can use using keyword. So here you can see that using system. By using system, we can use the system namespace in our another class file. So here I have used some examples of namespaces. These are the important namespaces which we oftenly use in our coding time. So first one is system. It includes essential classes and base classes for commonly used data types, event and exception. Second one is system.data. So it includes classes which help us to handle data from data sources. So like if we are going to connect our C# project with SQL data, then in that case we can use system.data. And system.data.sql client. It includes classes that support the SQL Server.net provider. If we are going to connect our database with SQL Server, then in that case we can use system.data.sql client. Another one is system.collections. It includes classes and interfaces, define collections of objects. If we are going to use some collections, then in that case we need to use this system.collections. And system.diagnostics, it includes classes that allow to debug applications and to step through our code. And system.drawing, it is used to get access to drawing related methods. Again, I have also added some other namespaces. So you can see here that system.io, it includes classes for data access with file. If we are going to create some text file, or you can say that we are going to create some log files. So in that case, we need to add some text file related functions to write file, read file, etc. So in that case, we can use system.io. System.net, it provides interface to protocols used on the internet. And system.reflection, it includes classes and interfaces that return information about types, method, and fields. By using the system.reflection, we can get the type of the classes, we can get type of the method and fields. In that case, we can use system.reflection. And system.security, it includes classes to support the structure of CLR security system. And system.threading, it includes classes and interfaces to support multi-threaded apps. Then system.windows.form, it includes classes for creating Windows based form. And system.xml, we use this one for adding some XML related methods. Use of namespace. How can we use namespace in our C# program? So to define a namespace in C#, we will use the namespace keyword, followed by the name of the namespace, and then use curly braces containing the body of the namespace as follows. You can see here that namespace, it is the keyword, and after that namespace one, it is the user defined name. Like I am going to create a namespace with the name namespace one. Then I'm using curly braces open and curly braces close. Inside the namespace, you can see here that we can also define namespace 2, that will be known as nested namespace, and after that we can define class name, interface name, structure name, delegate name, and whatever we want to use we can use here. And now this is the example. You can see here that namespace keyword, and after that namespace one, it is the name of the namespace. Then class I have defined here, class, the class name is the class 1, and inside the class we have written here some code, that may be class 1 code. Okay, so we can create two classes with the same name in two different namespaces in a single program. If we have created a program, and in that program, suppose if we have a requirement to create two employee class, so in that case what we need to do, we can create two namespace with different name. So namespace 1 and namespace 2. So inside that namespace 1 and namespace 2, we can create the employee class. We cannot create two classes with same name inside a single namespace. So this is the restriction, that we cannot create two classes with the same name in the single namespace. And in C#, the full name of the class start from its namespace name followed by the dot operator and the class name, which is termed as the fully qualified name of the class. So for example, here if we want to see the fully qualified the class name, then that will be the namespace 1 dot class 1. And here I am also showing you that another use of the namespace, as we have already discussed that what is the aliasing of the namespace. So suppose we are using here aliasing for the namespace. Here are the two namespace using src equal to namespace 1 dot subspace dot data access object, and then another one is the using dst equal to namespace 2 dot subspace dot data access objects. So now if we are going to create the object, then we will use directly src.data source is equal to new source.data object. Okay, same thing is here for destination, dst.data of destination is equal to new dst.data object. So with the help of aliasing namespace, we can make code more readable. If we have not used aliasing, then the code would be like this. Suppose if we have not using aliasing for the namespace, so in that case how the code look like this: namespace 1 dot subspace dot data access object dot data object of source equal to this. So you can see here that by using aliasing we have reduced the lines of the code, and we have increased our readability of this code. So friends, thank you for watching this session. And friends, if you like this session, then please subscribe this channel and like and share this channel. Thank you very much for watching this session.